Alright, Caps and Pioneers getting ready to go here. Caps in black, Pioneers in white. Caps get the home game. Easton callback in nets for Caps to start. We'll have Russell, Munn, Baxter, Tucker, and Durling to start the game. Last time these two teams faced off up in Edmonton, Pioneers ended up winning the game 4-3, I think, or 5-4. They won by 1 goal. So it should be a good matchup. Easton Russell in for the face-off. He wins it back to Baxter. Baxter comes around the near side, gets over the blue line, heads towards the net. Backhand shot off the goalie's mask. Picked up in behind the net by Munn. Munn cycles it, cut off by the Pioneers defenseman, and worked up the boards. Kept in. Munn tried to get it in front and does. Shot by Baxter, that was wide. Pioneers get the puck out. Picked up by Russell. Russell gets it up to Baxter. Baxter's going to dump that in. Munn's going to go in there for the forecheck. Baxter and Russell change. That's Mitchell that comes on the ice with Morton. Mitchell with a through legs move. And a backhand shot on the goalie. Mitchell, Heffernan, Morton, Toole, and Lavelle on for the Caps. Pioneers work the puck behind the net and up the left wing and into the middle to get into the Cap zone, but that's cut off by Mitchell. Puck's in behind the net. Mitchell's hooked down a little bit there, but he gets a pass up to Morton, who gets it to Heffernan, but it came off his stick. Pioneers regroup and work the puck into the corner. That's Toole on the puck. He gets it up to Morton. Morton gets the puck out, and Mitchell's going to be the first one to pick up that loose puck. Mitchell shot, deflected aside by the Pioneers defenseman. Heffernan's got the puck in the corner. He's looking for help. We got Russell and Johnson out for the Caps. Looks like Hart Johnson must be still under the weather. So we got running 8 forwards today. That's a shot on net, backhanded. Puck comes to the line to Lavelle. Lavelle shoots it wide and into the corner. McLean fighting for the puck in the zone. And that's sent down the ice by the Pioneers on the ice. Alright, so we got Russell, McLean, Johnson up front, O'Donnell and Bates on the back end. Face-off shot towards the goalie. Pioneers work the puck out. That's recovered by Banks. He's going to regroup and send it in. Caps were late getting out of the zone. Pioneers work it up through the middle. Kept wide. Set on goal by the Pioneers. Covered up by callback. We'll have Mitchell, Munn, Baxter, Banks, and O'Donnell for the defensive zone face-off. Face-off, they had too many Pioneers on the ice. They had 7 on, and so we'll redo that face-off. Face off, instant feet, picked up by one and sent down the ice. There, the icing's called off. Baxter's the first one there. On the D went for a change, so the puck came out the far side. That's Munn who picks up the puck. He's heading up to the net. He shoots, and that's deflected aside by the Pioneers. It's Mitchell. Gets to Derling. Derling shot from the point. Steered aside by the Pioneers goalie and behind the net. Pioneers work the puck up the near side, kept in by Binks. Puck comes out the far side. Pioneers will have a chance to chip it out, but that's kept in by Baxter. Mitchell back to retrieve and poked away from him. He works around the net and loses the puck. Shot to the far or near side into the corner. Around the net. That's tipped by Baxter, and Mitchell gets possession, but couldn't get the puck out. That shot on, rebound sitting there. Baxter's going to pick up the rebound that was steered into the corner and get it up to Heffernan. Heffernan gets over the blue line, heads towards the net, shot on, blocker saved by the Pioneers. And they'll pick up the puck and try and work it out. So we've got Tucker, Derling, Russell and Morton out for the Caps right now. That's shoved deep by the Pioneers, retrieved by Tucker. Tucker works it up the boards to Russell. Russell makes a move at the line and gets it over to Heffernan. Heffernan comes in, fake shot, gets towards the net. Shot that looks like it was off the goalie and wide. Kept in by Tucker. Heffernan back to Tucker. Tucker gets it deep to Russell. He's behind the net. Comes off his man. Tries to go cross ice to Tucker, but that's knocked away by the Pioneers. So they'll have a chance for a 2-on-1 here. Stand in front and score. So that's 1-0 Pioneers. The Pioneers score 10:03 in the first period. Face off one back by Mitchell. LaBelle played it in, but looks like it hit one of the Pioneers in the bench and stayed in play. So that face off will come out. Mitchell, McLean, Johnson, LaBelle, and Toole. Face off one by the Pioneers. They'll tip it deep, but that should be icing. Called off for some reason. Toole got it up to the wing, but the winger couldn't get it out. Pioneers chip it in. Puck's played out in front. And Pioneers jumping into the corner. That's Toole up to Johnson, up to McLean. McLean got it past the G. LaBelle plays it up to Johnson. He's 1-on-2. He'll get a shot on. Gloved down by the Pioneers goalie. Russell, Munn, Baxter up front, O'Donnell and Binks on D. Russell in for the faceoff. Russell pushes it forward and had a chance to get it over to Munn. Chip backs to defense. Got a 2-on-2, 2-on-1 going back the other way. Shots deflected away. And out front. O'Donnell's got it in the corner. Chips it up to Baxter. Baxter's got it over to Russell. 3-on-2 coming back this way. Russell gets it to Baxter, shot on, set aside by the Pioneers. Russell played it back, but defense wasn't there. Bates gets it up to Baxter. Played up the boards by the Pioneers. Baxter plays it in deep and will go for a change. Mitchell, Morton, and Heffernan come on with Gerling and Tucker. Chip pass the defense by the Pioneers. They try and play it up through the middle, but that's taken away by Mitchell. Mitchell's got ahead of steam and beats his man. Gets towards the net and he's knocked down as he went there. Mitchell finds Gerling at the point. Gerling with a spin move. Gets it in front and scores. So that's Liam Mitchell. Puts that one in off the goalie, off his shoulder and in the net to tie this one up. So that's Gerling with the assist on that one. So Mitchell from Gerling. Face off one by Russell. He curls. Skates it in. Tried to send it in deep, but that was to the Pioneers. Caps will have to tag up. Pioneers pick up the puck. And they shoot it deep. Icing's called off. That's Tucker in the corner. He works it to Gerling. Well, there's a stick and a glove on the ice. I'm not sure whose that is. Tucker with the puck. He gets over the line and dumps it in deep. Russell on the forecheck. Gerling keeps it in at the line. Picked up by McLean. McLean tried to get it over to Johnson. Johnson controls. Gets it towards the net, but no rebound. Mitchell, McLean, Johnson, Toole, and Lavelle out for the Caps. 6:39 left in the period. Face off one by the Pioneers, but McLean picked up that puck and he was tripped as he picked up the puck. So Pioneers will go to the penalty box. Caps will come out to the power play. Mitchell, Baxter, Munn, Gerling, and Russell. Having trouble getting the penalty up on the board. Still having trouble getting the penalty up. Oh, we got it up there. So that's 2 minutes for tripping to the Pioneers. Caps out on the power play. Mitchell wins it to Baxter. Baxter gets it to Gerling. Gerling gives it to Mitchell in behind the net. It's tied up in behind. Pioneers are going to have a chance to clear and couldn't keep it in at the line. Russell controls. He gets the line. He's going to curl around the net. Drops it for Mitchell. Mitchell gets it to Russell. Russell's shot wide and cleared away by the Pioneers. 1 minute 15 left on the penalty to the Pioneers. Russell with the puck setting up in behind the net for the breakout. Gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell tried to go cross ice. It was in some feet. Baxter picks up at the line. He walks in, takes a couple of moves, finds Mitchell on the far side, and Pioneers goalie made a nice play to come over and make the save. We'll stick with the same line there for the power play. Mitchell, Munn, Baxter, Russell, and Derling. Played in behind the net to Munn. Munn controls, gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell to Russell. Russell to Derling. Derling back to Russell. Russell finds Derling. Back to Russell, but that's off his stick and out of the zone. 34 seconds left in the penalty. Played up to Derling. Derling drops it to Mitchell, and they'll try and set up again. Mitchell controls. Mitchell to Russell. Russell to Derling. Derling spins. Derling to Russell. Russell over to Mitchell. Mitchell in front to Munn. He had a backhand shot. There's about 3 seconds left on the penalty, and that's frozen by the Pioneers goalie. So unsuccessful power play for the Caps. We'll have McLean, Morton, Heffernan out. Binks and O'Donnell fight for the puck on the near side boards. Comes out. Morton picks up the puck and walks in. He brings the puck to the corner and then tried to get it to the D, but the Pioneers picked up the puck. That's directed into the corner by Allback. Binks knocks his man off the puck. Picked up by Morton. Gets it to Heffernan. Heffernan dumps it deep. McLean and Morton were there, but it slipped past them. Pioneers will come back 2-on-2. Dumped in. O'Donnell and Binks are back there. Played in front. Heffernan will get the puck over the blue line. He's going to have a shot. Stopped by the Pioneers goalie. Binks keeps it in up the line, gets it to Baxter. Baxter tries to go to the net, but he's cut off by the Pioneers. So we have Heffernan, Russell, Baxter, Toole, and LaBelle on right now. 3 minutes and 11 seconds left in the first period. Russell, Johnson, Baxter, Toole, and LaBelle for the offensive zone face-off. Face-off won by the Pioneers. Played past the Caps. The icing waved off. Toole back to retrieve. He's got some options up front. Russell's going to pick up that puck. Tried to go through the skates of the defender. Pioneers work the puck around the near side boards. Try and go through the middle, but cut off by LaBelle. Picked back up again by the Pioneers. Russell picks up the loose puck. Gets it to Baxter. Baxter gets it to Johnson. Johnson gets it to Russell. Russell comes in, has a shot on that's gloved by the Pioneers goalie. 2:26 left in the first period. Face off one back by Mitchell. Sterling with a shot that's steered aside by the Pioneers goalie. Poked away by Munn. It comes out towards the blue line. Mitchell on the back check with a steal. He's going to have an opportunity coming back the other way. Works it through into the middle. He's hauled down. Falls into the goalie. Net is off. So ball's hooking on the Pioneers. Caps will go back to the power play. We'll have McLean, Morton, Heffernan, Binks, and O'Donnell out for the power play. 2 minutes and 2 seconds left in the period. One back by McLean. Puck was sitting in the crease. I think it went off like McLean in front. Binks plays it far side to Morton. Morton gets the line, gets it in front to McLean, but it's knocked off his stick. And the Pioneers are going to have a chance to clear here. Tipped into the bench, into the Caps bench, so it'll be whistled down. 1:31 left in the power play. We'll have Mitchell, Baxter, Munn, Russell, and Derling back out here. 30 seconds into the power play. Face-off controlled by the Caps. Derling to Baxter. Baxter makes a move. He's got Trailer, Mitchell, rebound, and that's in the net. So Baxter went to Mitchell. Mitchell had a shot on. I think Munn knocked that puck down and was in there in the crease for Baxter to put that into the net. So goal by Jack Baxter, assisted by, I'd give it to Munn and Mitchell, but I don't know if they caught that touch or not. So gives the lead, the Caps lead 2-1 with 1:20 left in the first period. Russell wins face-off. Russell, Johnson, Baxter, Derling, and Toole. Derling will lead for LaBelle. He tried to come on, but the referee had kicked him out. Russell picks up a loose puck and puts it on net. He comes out. Backdoor play to Baxter. Nearly connected there. He would have had a wide open net. Baxter gets it to Munn. Munn in front to Baxter. Baxter backhand. Off the goalie's pad, comes to the line. And that came back to Dylan Toole. And I don't think there was a tip on it. I think it'll be Dylan Toole's goal. So that makes it 3-1 Caps with 44 seconds left in the first period. I think, I don't know what the assists were on that one. Goal is Dylan Toole. I can't remember if it came out just off saved by the goalie or cleared by the Pioneers. We'll have to look that one up. We got Mitchell, Heffernan, Morton, Derling, and Tucker. Puck tied up against the far wall. Played around by the Pioneers. They go D to D. Try it up the near side. They play it through the middle. Possible. Nice play by Jack Tucker to block that attempted shot. Comes up to the line. Sent back by the Pioneers, but that'll be the end of the first period. 3-1 Cavs. Russell, Baxter, Munn, Sterling, and Tucker to start the second period. Baxter up the right wing, goes around the net, cycles it to Munn. Munn comes out in front, puts it towards the net, tipped aside by the Pioneers. Baxter picks up, Russell picked it up behind the net. Russell works it through the middle, but the hole in there, all the way down into the cap zone. Tucker up the back, tipped it to Russell, picked off in the middle by Gerling, but the caps are offside. They'll have to tag up. Sent to Gerling. Gerling spins and chips it to the middle. Russell picks up the puck. Caps to head towards the net. Russell goes around the net. Through the middle to Binks. Binks with a shot on, and that's gloved down by the Pioneers goalie. 13:56 left in the second period. Mitchell, Lane, Johnson, O'Donnell, and Bates. Tied up on the near side boards here. Played back to O'Donnell at the line. He puts it towards the net. Tipped just wide by Mitchell. Mitchell gets it to McLean. Knocked off the puck. Pioneers gets the puck out. O'Donnell's going to have a chance to regroup here. It's chipped away from his stick. Pioneers circle behind the net. Comes to the point. Sent through the middle, chipped aside by a stick. Binks behind the net to play it up to McLean. McLean gets it into the middle to Mitchell. Mitchell's got some speed and he's got Johnson with him. He beats his defenseman, goes to the net. That's sitting in the blue paint, but iced by the Pioneers. That was a shot on by Liam Mitchell. Rebound was there. Bill Johnson almost got a stick on it, but not quite. We'll have Russell, Heffernan, Morton, Poole, and Lavelle out for the offensive zone face-off. 12:57 left in the first period. Second period. Face-off on back by Russell. One picks up the puck near the blue line, gets it to Russell, but couldn't connect there. Pioneers pick off the puck. They have the man out front, but can't get it to him. The ball into the corner. The Pioneers play it around on the near side, picked up by Toole. He sort of loses an edge there. LaBelle picks it up and regroups in behind the net and tries it back up the near side boards. Morton cycles it back the other way to LaBelle. It's off his stick. He gets it up to Heffernan. Heffernan's going to get the puck out. He tried to go far side, but picked off by the Pioneers. Knocked away by Toole in front of the net. Morton plays it aside to Heffernan, and Heffernan trips it out. Pioneers send it back in. Pioneers are offside, but they don't call it. Played into the middle, cut out by Heffernan. In some feet. It is eventually going to come out in some feet. Russell picks up the loose puck. He makes a nice move inside. Backhand shot. Went 5-hole, but saved by the Pioneers barely. Pioneers are going to come out with the puck. They're going to get to the line. It's in. Played towards callback. Still directed into the corner. Played up. Baxter's got the puck here. Chipped out of the Caps defensive zone and shoved back in by the Pioneers. 11 minutes left in the period. Played in behind the net by the Pioneers. That's going to be picked up by Durling. Durling skates it in through the zone. Tried to play it through the Pioneers defense, and Pioneers come back the other way. And Tucker's going to take a penalty there. They call that body contact, but he did a good job on that opportunity. We'll have Mitchell, Toole, LaBelle, Morton out to try and kill off this penalty. 10:30 left in the second period. Puck played behind the net by the Pioneers. They're looking for a play out in front. They move it to the line. Shot off the outside of the net. LaBelle will be first to that puck. He tried to chip it up to McLean, but McLean had a hard time getting a stick on that. Pioneers play it into the middle. Shot blocked. Played out by Max Morton. Caps had a chance to change, but didn't. LaBelle's going to pick up that loose puck and fire it in. They'll give him another chance to change. We got D change. So Banks and O'Donnell out, Mitchell and Johnson out for the Caps. Banks plays that deep. 50 seconds left in the penalty. Good pinch by Mitchell. He puts it on net. Mitchell and Johnson out as a forward unit. Chipped in by the Caps. O'Donnell's first there. Hands on the puck a little bit. Caps keep them to the outside. Shot on, but wide. Caps have it at the point and try and work it into the corner. They're going to work it out to the point. They work it far side and then try and cross ice pass. They couldn't. 5 seconds left in the penalty. That's working. Trying to be covered by callback. So 2 seconds left on the penalty. I guess there was a penalty after the whistle on the Pioneers. be called roughing, so it'll be 4-on-4. It'll be 4-on-4 for 2 seconds. Face-off will be in the Pioneers' defensive zone. 8:43 left in the second period. Russell, Durling, Heffernan, and Baxter for the Caps. Tucker will join the play. Puck's in behind the net. Pioneers had a chance to clear, but it comes out to the line to Russell. Russell works it to Durling. Durling shot on it. Puck is sitting in the blue paint and covered by the Pioneers. We'll have Baxter, Mitchell, Russell, Heffernan, and Durling out for this power play. 1:44 left in the power play for the Caps. One back by Mitchell. Baxter played it to Durling. Durling tried to get it over to Mitchell, but it was deflected into the corner. Baxter will pick up the puck in behind the net. Circle around, head towards the net, gets it to Heffernan. Heffernan had a wide open net and banned on that one. But good setup by the Caps. Russell back to recover the puck. He gets his stick lifted in front of the net, and probably should have been a penalty called on that. Mitchell will gain the line, and Caps are in offside. Face off will come outside the zone. Mitchell, Baxter, Munn, Russell, and Durling. Face off one back to Russell. Russell gets it up to Munn. Munn gets it in the zone. He's looking to set up, hand on the pass, and intercepted by the Pioneers. Russell's there to support. Gets it to Baxter. Baxter gains some speed. Works in through the middle. Drops it to Durling. Durling to Baxter. He can walk in. Finds Mitchell for the one-timer on the near side, but that was a couple feet wide. Baxter keeps the puck in. One picks up. In behind the net. Plays it over to Mitchell. Mitchell to Russell. Russell shot on. Knocked down by Baxter in front. 5 seconds left in the penalty. Pioneers will try and get it out the near side here. And will. Puck's playing into the corner. Russell knocks his man down. Played in the middle. Caps will have a chance to transition here. This is Munn. He's going to get the blue line or the red line and dump it in. Caps will go for a bit of a change here. 3-on-2 here for the Pioneers. Knocks aside. Binks is in the corner. Pins his man. Someone left out in front. And it's a 3-2 game. So that goal scored at 6:07 of the second period. Make it 3-2. McLean, Morton, Johnson, Banks and O'Donnell out for the Caps. Puck's in the far corner. McLean and Johnson in battling for it. Chipped out of play by the Pioneers. McLean, Morton, Johnson, Binks, and O'Donnell stay out for the offensive zone face-off. Face-off is tied up. It's in some feet. Johnson has it, but he can't find the puck. McLean dumps it into the near side corner. Picked up by Morton. Morton to McLean. McLean out front to Binks, and that's gloved down by the Pioneers goalie. McLean in for the face-off. Won by the Pioneers and played around the net, near side. O'Donnell in on the pinch. He plays it to Johnson. Johnson gets it to McLean, but he's knocked off the puck. Kept in by Morton. And the Caps are going to take a penalty here. Slashing is the call. So the Pioneers will go to the power play. We'll have Mitchell, Baxter, Tucker, and Toole out for the penalty kill. Face off, one back by Mitchell, but picked up by the Pioneers. Pioneers set up on the near side boards. In behind the net. Played out in front. Knocked aside by Toole. Another one that probably could have been called a penalty. Mitchell picks up the puck. Knocked down, looked like a high stick, but Toole's going to be the first one there, and he's going to ice the puck. 1 minute 30 left in the penalty to the Caps. Baxter in on the forecheck with Mitchell. Played up through the middle by the Pioneers. Dropped at the line. Kept in by the Pioneers. Puck is on the far side and worked towards the middle, and that's chipped out. It's chipped off the Caps. Baxter's going to be in there on the forecheck. He disrupts the play. Mitchell gets it to Baxter. Baxter has a short-handed goal. So that's Baxter from Mitchell, short-handed. With 54 seconds left in the penalty to the Caps, and 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in the period. Good work by the forward unit there, disrupting that play. We'll have Morton, Russell, Burley, and Binks out, try and fill up the last 54 minutes of this penalty. Pioneers win the face-off. They go D to D. They're going to get over the blue line, dump it at the line. Lock in, blocked by Durling. Sent in front, chipped away. Caps keep them to the outside. Knocked aside by Binks, picked up behind the net by the Pioneers. 25 seconds left. Good sticks by Russell and Binks, keep that to the outside. 15 seconds left in the penalty. That's where they go far side from the one-timer. Laughlin puck that went wide. They're going to go far side again. Big save by Callbeck. Good job getting across there. Shot on. Knocked aside by Callbeck. The penalty's over, but the Pioneers still have possession of the puck. It's out front. Knocked away by Russell. Russell has a head of steam going the other way. He makes a move past the Pioneers goalie, and he's knocked down. There's no call. Chipped out to the line. Binks keeps it in partially. Puck's in some feet over on the far side. Caps come the other way. That puck's in front, stopped by the goalie. Puck is sitting loose and it's iced by the Pioneers and will come all the way down. 4-2 Caps, 2:24 left in the second period. We'll have Baxter, Mitchell, Munn, Toole, and LaBelle out for the offensive zone face-off. Face-off tied up. Mitchell gets the puck into the corner. Played out to the line. Toole will keep that in. He sends it in behind the net. Baxter in on the forecheck here. Playing it in the corner, but the Pioneers come out the other way. Played it in the middle, but Toole with a real nice stick to disrupt that. Cargamano come the other way, around the net. Got options, plays it to Toole out the line. Toole snaps it on net, but that's disrupted by the Pioneers. And they'll work it back the other way. LaBelle chips it to the middle. Played in deep by Munn. Pioneers work it up the boards. Kept in at the line by LaBelle. Onto the stick of Munn. He tried to get it in the middle to Baxter off his stick and into the corner. LaBelle keeps it in again. Munn gets towards the net and scores. So that's Parker Munn with the goal. Makes it 5-2. I think the assist should go to Jack LaBelle on that one. Kept in at the line. So that's 5-2 Caps, 1:22 left in the second period. Johnson, Morton, Heffernan, O'Donnell, and Binks out for the Caps. That's picked up by Binks. Binks kicks it into the corner. Johnson's going to be in there with Morton to try and put some pressure on. Picked up by the Pioneers. Worked in through the middle. Not quite out, but they maintain possession and work it through the middle. Shot on. Wide of the net. O'Donnell is there to pick it up. Works it up to Morton. Morton gets it through to Heffernan in the middle. Picked up by Binks. Binks chips it up to Morton. Morton's got Johnson with him. Shot off the shin pad. Pioneers come back the other way. That's blocked by O'Donnell. In behind the net. Caps are trying to get it up the near side board. Comes out in the middle. Drop pass. Picked up temporarily. Played into the middle. Binks plays it out to Heffernan. 12 seconds left. Heffernan's on a 1-on-2. And he almost gets to the front of the net there. He would have had a good chance. Binks keeps it in. That's the end of the second period. 5-2 Caps. We'll go for a break here. Back in about 15 minutes. Pioneers ready to go here for the third period. 5-2 cap. Russell, Munn, Baxter, Sterling, and Tucker. Baxter controls, brings it up the near side into the middle to Munn, and he shoots and scores. That was a quick one. 8 seconds into the third period. That's Munn from Baxter. Pioneers shove that puck deep. Sterling back to retrieve. Sterling behind the net. Waiting for options. Sterling still behind the net with the puck. Gets it to Russell, who gets it towards Munn. That shot towards the net. Sent aside by Skate. Tucker fights for it in the corner. Stands on it a little bit there. He's pinned up against the board. We've got Russell helping him out. Puck comes up the near side in the corner and he's picked up by Gerling. Gerling puts it into the skates of Munn. He eventually gains control. He goes wide. Tries to get it back into the middle. He's knocked down. Baxter picks up the puck. Comes to Gerling. He's going to have a shot on net. Off the goalie's pad and into the corner. Munn back to Toole. Toole had a shot and it was wide. Gerling puts it into the Pioneers bench. Face off, come outside the zone. Mitchell, Heffernan, Morton, LaBelle, and Toole. Worked up the boards and into the cap zone, but picked up by Mitchell. Mitchell gets it to Heffernan, but it's off his stick. And back into the cap zone. Toole picks up that loose puck. He plays it up to Morton. Morton plays it off the referee. And onto the stick of Heffernan. Heffernan's in. He tried to get it across to Mitchell, but couldn't connect. A little bit out in front of Mitchell. They go far side. Kept in by the Caps. Mitchell picks up the loose puck. He finds Heffernan on the near side here. He made a couple of moves, but he's closed down by the Pioneers. Pioneers get it out and pass the Caps. D. Icing is called. .41 left in the third period. Russell, Johnson, Baxter, O'Donnell, and Binks out for the offensive zone face-off. Played into the corner by Johnson. Pioneers get to the line. Kept in by Binks. Binks played it over to Russell, but they couldn't connect on that. Sent long by the Pioneers. Shot on net, shoved by Callback. Face off on by the Caps, played in behind the net, and into the corner. Comes to the line, blocked by Binks in front. Baxter picks it up. He's got Johnson and Binks with him. Plays it through his legs. Puck is sitting in the blue paint, covered up by Pioneers. Mitchell, Morton, Munn, Binks, and O'Donnell out for the Caps. Having trouble with the net on the Pioneers side. Come off the pegs a couple of times here. Mitchell wins it back to Binks. Binks shot on. Gloved by the Pioneers goalie. Pushed into the corner by the Pioneers. Come out to Binks. Binks keeps it in temporarily. He picks up the puck. Caps take a penalty there. Minutes for slashing on the Caps. We'll go back to the penalty kill. McLean, Johnson, Burling, and Tucker out for the penalty kill. Played in behind the net by the Pioneers. We got it in the corner. Played in behind and then out front, one-timer. Tucker doing good work in behind the net. Burling comes over to help. Comes to the line. Kept in by the Pioneers. They work it in front. And worked it across ice and had a chance there. There's a shot on, covered by Callback. .124 left in the penalty to the Caps. 11 minutes left in the third period. Face off, tied up. Played to the line. Shot high and wide by the Pioneers. Played in behind the net. They cycle it around. It's in, but brought back in by the Pioneers. 35 seconds left in the penalty. We're going to walk out of the corner here. Shot high and wide. And all the way around. Caps will go for a change. Baxter, Mitchell, Toole, and LaBelle. 20 seconds left in the penalty. Sent in deep by the Pioneers. LaBelle will be the first one on the puck. He rims it around to the far side, and that gets out on that side. 5 seconds left in the Caps penalty. Worked up ice, cut out nicely by LaBelle. Picked up by Mitchell. Mitchell plays it up to Baxter. Baxter's got McLean going through the middle. So 1-on-2 here. Shot on net, high and wide. Pinched by LaBelle. Came out to Baxter at the line, but he kept it in. Chipped into the middle. Pioneers will pick up. 9 minutes left in the third period. Pioneers working around the net. Taken away by Mitchell. He goes up the left wing. Beats his man. Has Baxter out in front. Tried to jam it in there, but steered aside by the goalie. Tucker keeps it in temporarily. Mitchell picks up the loose puck. Played to the Pioneers, and they'll go to their D. O'Donnell's going to pick up this puck. He chips it off to Ross. O'Donnell picks up. Sent in deep by the Pioneers. Tucker's on that puck. Plays it up to Morton. That's behind him a little bit, so they can't get it out. Tucker picks up the puck. Makes a move at the line. He's going to skate it in. Goes towards the front of the net. Heffernan had a stick on it. Puck comes out. Gerling picks up. He's going to turn around and regroup. Plays it up to Morton. Morton plays it to the open wing. Gerling's the first one there for it. Pioneers play it into the cap zone. The bell off the boards. Pioneers pick up. They'll regroup. They try and play it through the middle. Cut out temporarily. The shot on net and steered aside by Dahlbeck. Play in behind the net to LaBelle. LaBelle gets it to Gerling. That should be offside, but no call there. Pioneers keep it in. Caps get it out, and the Pioneers pick it up at center ice. Dump it in on goal. Bell will be the first one over there to get it. He finds Baxter. Baxter cuts through the middle to Russell. Russell slashed and hauled down. It'll be penalty on the Pioneers. 2 minutes for tripping with 6:38 left in the third period. Alright, we're going to have Russell, Baxter, Munn, O'Donnell, LaBelle out for the power play. Caps are kicked out because they were late on the change. One by Baxter. Baxter gets it to LaBelle. LaBelle gets it over to O'Donnell. He walks in, shoots it off with Munn in front, and puck comes out. LaBelle picks up the puck. Behind the net. Plays it to Russell. Russell chips it into the middle to Munn. Munn's past his man. But good back check by the Pioneers. Cleared aside by the goalie. O'Donnell was in on a pinch and puck got past him. Pioneers come back the other way. It's knocked aside. Russell into the corner. He knocks over his man. And Caps will go to the penalty box, but the Pioneers player reacted with a slash after he was knocked down. So that'll even things up on that one, but the Caps still have 1:18 left to go on this penalty. Alright, so Caps are on the power play here for 55 seconds. No, Jack Baxter's stick got caught in between the boards. Hopefully it's still in good shape. Caps are called on a penalty there. Minutes for body contact. Oh, that's going to even it up for 33 seconds. got into the Pioneers bench. Face-off won by the Caps, but we're playing 4-on-4, so not as many people on the ice. O'Donnell gets the puck out from in behind the net. He's going to keep skating. Puck taken away from him. Pioneers come back the other way. Got along the ice, knocked aside by callback, got into the bench. The Caps are on the penalty kill for 1 minute and 10 seconds. 4 minutes and 21 seconds left in the period. 6-2 Caps. Face-off won by the Caps. Finks is there to rim it around. And he'll go all the way down into the Pioneer zone. 1 minute left in the penalty to the Caps. Puck picked up by the Pioneers. Worked up near side and then through the middle. They try the far side. We got Mitchell, Morton, Finks, and Tucker out on the penalty kill. Played out through the middle to the line. Pioneers keep the puck to the outside. That's chipped out by Morton. It's going to be a 2-on-1 the other way. He's got Liam Mitchell with him. Morton shoots and scores. Beats the goalie blocker side. That'll make it 7-2. Caps' second short-handed goal of the game. So that'll go Morton unassisted. 19 seconds left in the penalty to the Caps. .326 left in the game. So Caps will be back, even strength, 5-on-5. O'Donnell pins it in the corner. Comes out behind the net. Sterling plays it out to McLean, and McLean gets it over to Munn. Munn gets it to Baxter. Baxter plays it out in front. That's Sterling. Partially blocked. Went on net. Saved by the Pioneers goalie. They're going to send it long. Icing is called. 7-2 Caps, 2:34 left in the third period. Played back to Binks at the line. Partially blocked, and the Pioneers will come back the other way. We got Mitchell, Johnson, Heffernan, Binks, and Lavelle. Puck's in behind the net, picked up by Mitchell. He gets it to Morton. Morton in the middle to Heffernan. Heffernan up the left wing. He's going to come out in front, but knocked away. Pioneers took the puck past. Knocked away by Binks into the corner, picked up by LaBelle. It comes out through the middle. Pioneers play the puck back in. LaBelle will be first on the puck. He gets it to Binks. Binks gets it to Johnson. Johnson cuts back. He chips it high through the middle. and the Pioneers pick up. Shot off the mask of callback. Put in behind the net by the Pioneers. Comes to the line. Shot sent on net, but blocked by Mitchell. He gets it up to Johnson. Johnson's got Heffernan with him. Puts it out in front to Heffernan. Heffernan puts it off the goalie's stick and wide. So we got Russell, Johnson, Heffernan, Tucker, and Toole. He comes out to the line. Toole will regroup. There's a couple of bodies down. Russell will pick up the puck. Knocked off his stick, but Tucker gets to it. Play back to Toole. Toole to Russell. Russell's going to dump it in on the goalie. He steers it aside. It's going to be picked up by Munn. Munn looks out in front, but it was played by the goalie. Let's come out to the line. Toole with a shot on, deflected aside. Russell picks up the puck in behind the net. Morton looking for options here. 15 seconds left in the game. Pioneers will come out. 10 seconds left. 2-on-1. Shot deflected high. Probably about do it. The Caps take this 1-7-2. Caps go on the road tomorrow up to Heartland to play the Northwest Bulls. Game time I think is about 1 o'clock. So that's it from here.